Bank of England using Ripple? We're going to find out today.
I ain't gonna give in now. I just gotta live this now. I'm gonna be when I'ma kill this stuff real quick. I'ma go take it to town, cause I gotta be that king in their ring when I'm knocking them out when I'm back with the real. Cause I am just off on the journey. You just know that I'm just going insane.
Warriors, rise. Grand rising. Good evening, Warriors all over the world. Excited to be with you guys on this amazing Wednesday. What a beautiful day to be alive. From my family's heart to yours, genuinely, I unconditionally love you. So there's some news going around on Twitter. I'm going to show you the breaking news and the person that broke this. The Bank of England is going to be using Ripple. Now, in 2017, we're going to look at a working paper that mentions Ripple, and it almost mentions the exact same thing. So the things that I like to do is I like to take news and I like to go into the actual documents and take a look so we can make informed decisions. But I think we can all rest assured that blockchain technology is here to stay. So after that, I'm going to go a little bit deeper down the rabbit hole with you guys. And I'm going to continue to connect these Hyperledger. I'm going to show you the infrastructure, and I'm going to show you how they create problems, reactions, and they come up with solutions. The person who creates a problem creates a reaction to people, and the solution is the new wave or the new technology or the new ecosystem that you're moving into. So I've been paying attention to the World Economic Forum. I've been paying attention to BIS, Bank of International Settlements, all of this stuff happening right now, and watching every single move that they make. Listen to what they do, or watch what they do, not what they say. Just want to let you guys know as well. So our February class kicked off for the private coaching with me. April 1st now is launching, and we're doing interviews for April 1st. So we're already about to lock up one spot. So there'll be 9 spots left for April 1st. All you have to do to coach with me privately is click the link down below, and one of our team members will reach out to you. So private coaching isn't for you. We'll explain to you what the Warrior Academy is. We'll see how we can support you. So click the link down below if you need any information on the private coaching. So let's dive right into it. So this is going all over Twitter right now. So the XRP Daily broke this. Breaking today, Bank of England just announced they will be using Ripple. Okay, so let's dive in here. They did a great job on this. On Tuesday, the Bank of England, along with HM Treasury, have published a consulting paper confirming they are currently using Ripple. There's no classification whether or not they're using XRP. However, considering that Brad Garlinghouse announced earlier this year that more than 50% of RippleNet volume is going through XRP Ledger, we can assume this joint project between Ripple and Bank of England is more than likely going to use XRP enabled project. I think that's going to happen quite a bit, but we'll see what happens, right? We're just kind of sitting tight, waiting to see what happens with the whole case, and that's not going to affect Bank of England, but America's holding up the train right now in regards to regulation. The consulting paper was published titled The Digital Pound, which we're going to dive into, and then Watcher Guru is actually the one that broke this, I believe. So just in, Bank of England launches Digital Pound project. So let's dive into the actual documents. So this is in 2017. This was Ripple's proof of concept with the Bank of England, but you have to think about this really quickly. Like, Ripple's working with the Bank of England. They're a regulated company. They work with regulated banks, and they're being sued by the SEC. It just blows my mind. It should tell you that this is all the setup for regulation. Okay, so this is back in 2017. This is the actual working paper. So I like to dive into the documents. So for me, like, there's a lot of Twitter rants that go around and news and stuff like that. What I like to do is I like to read the news, and then actually like to find the documents and make informed decisions myself. So what I do is I look at these documents, I read through the whole thing, I go F5 or Command F, I hit Ripple. Oh, Ripple's right here. Okay, so it says the Ripple solution utilizes the Ripple solutions. What does it say? Utilizes by the bank was built around the open source interledger protocol, enables payments to be made across different ledgers and networks across the world. Sounds like XRP, right? A ledger is essentially a file used to record transactions measured in terms of monetary unit of account. The solution used Ripple Connect, which acted as the interface that enables institutions, international systems to integrate with Ripple network. Okay. So there was the first part of Ripple, and then it goes down here. It says reflections and next step, and which is interesting. I think it says the exact same thing in the new document. So it looks like they're continuing on. It says reflections and next steps. This is a 2017 document, to be clear. The POC was a useful exercise to develop the bank's understanding of synchronization and possible technical solutions. Our key learning points were, I'll read the last one, cross-border payments when applied to wholesale markets present different challenges than when compared with retail and corporate transaction, which the Ripple product is designed to handle. The ability of liquidity, key, I've been telling you guys we're in a liquidity crisis, is one such challenge, and the POC allowed the bank and Ripple to begin exploring these questions. Okay. Now here we are on February 7th, 2020. This is 23, excuse me. This is the breaking news right here. It says a digital pound, a new form of money for households and businesses. This is the consulting paper here. It has a lot of similar tone to it. So you click here and it's a much larger document. So this is 116 pages. It's pretty interesting read. So if you want to dive through this, you go through 116 pages. But what I do, guys, to make it easier is I hit Command F and I type in the search bar, Ripple, XRP. That's how I do my research. But I just went through this document. I was cruising through here and then I just went down here. And it's only mentioned in 2 places, okay? And it sounds very similar. Well, it's a no. It's explained a little bit different here, which is nice. So we got here, this is reflection and next steps. And this says enable. Let me make sure. Let's go through the whole thing. Yep. So there's only 2 places it's mentioned. So it says enable private sector innovation. Within RTGS renewal program, the bank focuses has been to develop our roadmap for ongoing improvements in RTG. I think that's real-time settlements. I don't know what the G is, real-time services in line with industry feedback and incorporating elements of previous proofs of concept, which would be 2017. These have included DLT proof of concept. Okay. And then here we go. I've been showing you guys the web, man. Let me just read this whole comment right here. The bank built on this work via a second exercise working with Baton Systems, Clearmatics Technology Ltd, R3, which is with Wells Fargo, and Token to ensure renewed RTGS. Man, what is RTGS? Real-time settlements, real-time. I don't know what the G is. Service could connect this with systems-based distributed ledger technology and other innovative technologies. Cross-border synchronization, a joint project with Ripple demonstrated that synchronized FX transactions in 2 different simulated RTGS systems can be achieved, leading to the incorporation of synchronized functionality into the roadmap for renewal. So it looks like they are using Ripple, which is pretty powerful. Okay. So this is important to understand. So we know the game. Okay. R3 is a system. Ripple is a system. Now, Ripple, this is what kind of gives me a hint that they may be using XRP, is because the joint project demonstrated that synchronized FX transactions, which is money moving across the system, in 2 different simulated, and we're in a liquidity crisis and we need the foreign transactions to move quicker, can be achieved, leading to incorporating synchronized functionality into a roadmap for renewal. What is the part that joint project demonstrating that? Yeah, the money transactions. It's the transactions. They're allowing one currency to be transacted in another currency very quickly, very efficiently. Okay, so that's pretty cool news. That's cool news. That's we had the proof of concept, and now they are saying, it looks like they are saying that. Let me just type in XRP here. So we're doing some live research here. I don't think XRP is in here. No. Ripple. Let's see if they have ETH in here. Ethereum. Yeah, so it just has Ripple in there. It's pretty neat. All right, so let's dive in a little bit deeper here. So this was back in 2021. Says with the increase in adoption, this is on the Ripple website, there's a growing need for tokenization. And this is why I want you guys to take a deep breath and really become an intrinsic value investor. And this is the greatest time to get wealthy, guys. When everything collapses, this is it. Because what we're seeing is a formation of a brand new monetary system. So don't get caught up in all the bullshit, guys. Don't get caught up in it. It says, with the increase in adoption, there's a growing need for tokenization, use of digital tokens to represent ownership of any type of asset, physical or not, on the blockchain. Tokenization is transforming how people buy, sell, track, manage assets. Everything from art, real estate, intellectual properties, equity, supply chain, foods, a supply chain good, In fact, the World Economic Forum projects 10% of the world's GDP will be tokenized by 2027. With our years of experience working with financial institutions on using blockchain technology, Ripple is uniquely positioned to partner with enterprises for the future. There's no questions those who won't embrace these new technologies, they will get left behind. It's not by chance that Ripple is part of the World Economic Forum. It's not by chance that Ripple and Circle and Brad Garlinghouse is sitting there with regulators. It's not by chance that Circle is connected to BlackRock. BlackRock is connected to Coinbase through Aladdin. It's all interconnected, family. It is all changing literally behind our backs, and we are part of it. Okay, so this is the actual document that he was talking about. This was back in 2015, which is pretty remarkable. These are fun things to go through. So in 2015, they were doing surveys and predicting where we'd be by 2020, I think it was 2027. Okay. It says Bitcoin and blockchain, the tipping point, 10% of global gross domestic product, GDP, which I'll show you what that means, stored on blockchain technology. So they're saying that by 2027, 10% of the global's GDP will on blockchain technology. And you might think 10%, that's it. Okay. So the global, the crypto market is under $1 trillion. Okay. At this point, they say by 2025, you're going to see that word 2025, ISO 20,022 or whatever, ISO 2025. All the predictions are 2025. I've been telling you the banking system is going to switch by 2025. Okay. And it says increase positive impacts. It says Bitcoin and digital currencies are based on idea distributed ledger trust mechanisms called blockchain, a way of keeping track of trusted transactions in a distributed fashion. Currently, the total worth of Bitcoin, this is back in 2015, was 20 billion, about 0.025 of the global GDP, which is 80 trillion. This is what I want to show you really quickly. Okay. So that's 10% of the global GDP. Okay. Here, let me show you this. The global GDP is at 100 trillion. Do the math. Okay, so if 10% of the global GDP, okay, if this is true, if 10% by 2027 came in, do you realize how much your assets would appreciate? Do you realize, can you be patient till 27? Can you be patient till 2025? Can you hold on, hold the line? Look at the amount of, I mean, if this is true, 10%, do the math. 10% of 100 trillion. And the numbers have changed pretty dramatically. This is 2015, guys. They printed way more money since 2015. So this number would be a lot higher, in my opinion. Okay. There's a lot more liquidity running through the system, or trapped liquidity in the system that needs to move. So that's the global GDP. I want to show you something cool. Okay. So I went here and it said the shift in action. It says smartcontracts.com provides programmable contacts. Okay. So I was like, smartcontract.com. Well, check this out. So this is Chainlinks Labs. Watch this. www.smartcontracts.com. Boom. It's Chainlink's website. So when you click on this and you go to the chain, you go to www.smartcontracts.com. This is in 2015. It's Chainlink's website. So it goes to Chainlink's website. Okay. And then back in 2021 or 2022, the tokenization of the world starts now. In the near future, the internet as we know it will be fundamentally transformed, which is currently a centralized, siloed Web 2.0 will morph into decentralized, shared, and interconnected Web 3.0, in which artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain, and technology will play an integral role. Okay. And this just shows you the connectivity, all the things happening. We're talking about Ripple. I've been really diving into HBAR. I'm starting to stack some HBAR. The leading bank in South Korea today, this was back in 2021, just so you know. I'm just showing you the deep connections between all the banks and all these systems. The mega bank outside of Korea built on Hedera network, leveraging stable coins, focus on international remittances, utilizing HBAR token services, HTS. And HBAR, the project aims to test issuance of distributed stablecoins applied to financial use cases, typically stuff that suffers from high fees. So all these banks are trying to move to cheaper fees, right? Moving money at the speed of light, because they're no longer going to be a traditional bank anymore. They can't operate as a traditional bank anymore. And this was at Ripple Swell, and it just kind of gives you a little deeper aspect of how everything is going to be tokenized.
The real estate industry is obviously one of the most obvious spaces or industries to bring onto chain. We felt that we could use tokens to exchange value and build a better level of trust in these relationships.
From the perspective of recruiting high value talent for something like building a gigafactory in Nevada, being able to target and cryptographically prove that someone, for example, took a specific class, got a specific grade, participated in a specific club. These have tremendous economic value.
Okay, so you're not going to stop the freight. Everything is going to be tokenized. Everything. your real estate, your birth certificate, your social. I don't know if that's good or bad or indifferent, but I'll tell you what, you ain't going to stop the freight train. You're not going to stop it for coming, warriors. So what do, right? What do? So you have to learn how to become an intrinsic value. Read the book Intelligent Investor, okay? You don't play the stock market. That's emotional. You look at these companies. Ripple is a real world company, real world leadership teams doing real world things. XRP is their token, okay, that has real intrinsic value. Okay, that's why I invest in it. It's not financial advice. HBAR. I'm deep in HBAR understanding, and you got XLM, which is for the consumers, right? So you just have to understand what the actual value of that token is, okay? If you want to get into Ripple pre-IPO, if you want to get into Polysign pre-IPO, guys, you can click the link down below. You can get into Link 2. Link 2 is an app. They basically show you unicorns. They democratize private finance. You do have to be an accredited investor, but you can get into these companies pre-IPO if you're an accredited investor. So I hope this information reaches you well. I really enjoy doing this with you guys. It's just such a passion project for me. It's what we do for a living now, which is absolutely amazing. And that's what I help people do through my coaching program. We take you through subconscious mind programming, goal setting, vision board creation, really creating a plan for yourself and a budget, really understanding your unique blueprint. We go through 4 months of coaching to really revamp and redesign who you truly are. It's a remarkable program to help people from the inside out to discover how to be your unique blueprint in this new world. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. Click the link down below, everything you need, or description down below. We'll see you on the other side. Warriors, rise, get your shit together. Let's go.